All right, one of my challenges this year in 2021 is I'm going to try to keep these videos under 15 minutes and my answer video following through under 10 minutes, maybe shooting for 5. Anyway, here we go. So I already have my warm-up. I already have my easiest 3 points, Sam Malone, old sitcom called Cheers. And here we go, off and running, right? Let's flip this around because the first bar is on this left-hand side of the page, 174, 4-16. And what they're saying to do is look at this, okay, the figure, and it said it's formed by square tiles. How can you find out how many square tiles are in it in this diagram without counting each one? Okay, well, it's looking to me like it is 6 wide and 5 tall. So I'm going to go ahead and make one. Okay, so that's 5 tall because I'm using these lines. I'm going to make it a rectangle, a bit wider. Okay, and it looks like I'm going over 2 before I go down. So, yeah, looks like I go down before that window. I'm going to call that a window. And it looks like there's 2 on this side. And it looks like that window is 2 tall. So it also looks like maybe I didn't go down far enough. All right, there we go. So 5 tall, 6 wide. Does this look kind of like that picture? There we go. All right, probably should have done that beforehand. I want to make this fast, right, under 15 minutes. Write and simplify an expression, okay? So how can we find out how many tiles are in there? Well, there's different ways, right? I can see saying, okay, there's a full rectangle there, right? Okay. There's a rectangle there. Rectangle there. Different ways. Let's go ahead and say, how can we do this without counting? So I'm going to say I could do 1 by 6, right? 1 times 6. That's that top layer. 2 times 6 on this bottom. So plus 2 times 6. And plus 2 times 2 and 2 times 2. Okay, that's one way of doing it. Okay, now can I simplify 1 times 6 and 2 times 6? That's the same as 3 times 6. And 2 times 2 and 2 times 2, that's the same as 4 times 2. I can simplify it. But here's what I want you to do. I want you to pretend like you're getting the area of the entire rectangle and then subtracting this one. Okay? So make a multiplication problem for the whole thing and a multiplication problem for this thing and subtract it. That's my challenge to you. All right? So you're going to go ahead and do that. And we will check your answers tomorrow. All right, 4-17 has these 4 pictures here. Okay, and I'm supposed to match these 3 different columns, right? Here it says 4 times 10 minus 4. Here it says start in one corner and count 9 4 times around the picture frame. And here's a picture. All right, so your job is to match it. Okay, so I have these. I think first I'm going to look at the description and see if I can match it to a picture. So start in one corner and count 9 4 times around the frame. Which of these looks like that? Let's look at the first one. First one, I did it here. That's 9 boxes. 9 boxes. I think that 1 matches the capital A. Now let's look for a math problem or an expression that matches that. Well, 9 times 4, huh? So I'm saying that first one, and don't just write here, do me a favor, don't write 417 A, B, C, D, and say C 9 times 4 is 1 is capital A. Okay, if you figure that out, draw the picture, write the description next to it, okay, or inside it, right? And then, so maybe inside this, I'm writing 9 times 4 and writing start in one corner, right? How's that sound? All right. Number 2, the description says take a side length of 10 4 times and take away the 4 corners. Which of these pictures looks like it might be that? I think you can see it. Okay. Take away the 4 corners. This says 4 corners. Okay. So why don't we go with that one? Okay. And which one has that? I think you see that too. All right. So I think this would be kind of cool to go over the answers. I want you to play with this. Okay. But I think it's easiest if you start with the word description first. Okay. 4-18. Now, I'm not going to do this because I'm going to save some time for the video, but copy this down. Actually, let's just do it. It doesn't take that long, right? 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm going over like this, right? And I'm going to go ahead and write these numbers in because I know that they're going to ask me about this. And I'm just going to write J for January, F for February. Looks like there's a gap in March. April looks like it only went up 1. That's going to be an A. Gap for May. Oh man, June birthdays. I'm not the only one, huh? I think there's someone in this class that has the same exact birthday as me. Okay, and July looks like it had 2. I'm going to go JL for July. August, there's a gap. September, there's 2. October, there's 3. And November, December, don't have any, huh? Okay, so that's how long it took to write the whole thing. Okay? All right, so what the question is, make a list of the months when their friends' birthdays occur and how many birthdays are in each month. So I'm just going to start right here. Jan, Feb, March. I'm going to April, because I'm not going to have room for 12 here. So I'm going to leave the November, December off since those are zeros. Okay. May. I'm not going to include May. So I'm just going to include the ones that have them. June, July, not going to have August, September, October. Now, how many were in January? All right, I'm going to have you finish that. All right, got that? All right, 4-19. It says review the math notes box in this lesson and convert each mixed number to a fraction greater than 1, or each fraction greater than 1 to a mixed number. And if you go back and see methods and meanings, this is where it shows you how to do that. Okay? Now, there's a cool way I'm also going to teach you. Watch that warm-up today, okay? Called the C method of changing a mixed number to an improper fraction. To change a improper fraction to a mixed number, you just divide the bottom into the top, and your remainder goes on top. Okay? All right. On to our problem again. Sorry. 4m1/8. So again, the C method, boom, multiply at. Okay? Each one whole equals 8/8. So I'm going to go 8 times 4 and get 32 plus the 1 and over the same thing. Okay, this is called the C method. Times plus. Multiply the denominator times the whole number, add the numerator. Now why? Because each of these 4s was 8 over 8, 8/8, right? How many total 8s is that 4? 8 times 4, right? That's 32/8. What's the 1? That's that. All right? So that was A. B, how do I change a improper fraction into a mixed number? We'll divide the bottom into the top. Okay, 3 goes into 300 100 times. Now again, you get to your remainder. Your remainder goes on top, divisor on the bottom. Okay? So you're going to try the C method on this one. And on D, you're going to divide the bottom into the top. All right? All right, almost there. 4-20. And I only have 11 minutes, 23 seconds. I might get there. All right. Now it says for each expression below begins with a -5 and then add something to it. As you look at each expression, state which direction you should move on the number line if you start at -5 and then simplify. So let's go ahead and draw a number line on these 3. Okay? All right, so I'm just going to do that on A, B, and C. And I did 5, 0, -5, -10. And so, and then simplify each expression. So that means we're going to get the answer, right? The first one, for example, if the expression is -5 plus -9, okay, would you go left? Okay, -5 plus -9, I'm going negative, more negative, huh? So I'm going to the left, 9 more spaces, and then I get -14. Okay? All right. -5 plus -4.5. Which way am I going? I'm going to another negative. I'm going to the left. Another 4.5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 0.5. That's going to give me almost -10. -9.5. All right? -5, that's where we're starting. Plus -8. Which way am I going? And where do I end up? You're going to try that one. -5 plus 6 and 3/5. Which way am I going? And where do I end up? You try those, okay? This one's a hard one. I'm going to get a star on that one. You get extra bonus, extra special bonus cookie on top. All right. Hey, go try this and ask your teachers for help if you get stuck. And come check your answers tomorrow. Don't forget, you going through all this trouble doing the homework, you want to find out if your answers were correct, or sometimes you find out your answers were correct, but there's another way of doing it. Okay? But sometimes you find out your answers were not correct. Those are gold nuggets. You find out you made a mistake, that's where you learn, man. Okay? That's a good thing. So you always want to look for those. Okay? All right. See you well, we won't see you tomorrow, will we? Asynchronous Wednesdays. Okay, we will see you Thursday. Have a good one.